Introduction. What if I told you that hidden within your body right now are 3 incredible systems that could determine whether you live to 70 or 100? What if Nobel Prize-winning scientists have already unlocked the secrets to activating these natural anti-aging mechanisms, and you could start using them today? Welcome, dear listeners, to Science of Longevity. I'm your host, and I'm absolutely thrilled you've chosen to spend the next 20 minutes with us. Before we dive into these life-changing discoveries, I want to personally invite you to hit that subscribe button if you're ready to transform your understanding of healthy aging. And please share this episode with someone you care about, because what we're about to explore could literally add years to their life. Today's episode is special. We're not talking about miracle pills or expensive treatments. Instead, we're exploring 3 groundbreaking Nobel Prize-winning discoveries that have fundamentally changed how science understands aging, and, more importantly, how you can harness these findings starting right now in your own kitchen, your own bedroom, and your own daily routine. Are you ready to discover how your body's built-in longevity systems actually work? Let's begin this incredible journey together. Part 1. The Telomere Revolution. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn's discovery. Our first stop takes us to the laboratories of Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, whose 2009 Nobel Prize in Medicine completely revolutionized our understanding of cellular aging. But her story begins in an unlikely place: studying pond scum. In the 1970s, Dr. Blackburn was examining a single-celled organism called Tetrahymena when she noticed something extraordinary. At the ends of each chromosome, those tightly packed bundles of DNA that carry all your genetic instructions, were protective caps called telomeres. What shocked the scientific world was this: instead of getting shorter every time cells divided, as everyone expected, these telomeres stayed exactly the same length. Think of telomeres like the plastic tips on your shoelaces. Just as those tips prevent your laces from fraying, telomeres protect your chromosomes from damage. Dr. Blackburn discovered that these pond scum cells were producing an enzyme called telomerase that actually rebuilt these protective caps, essentially making the cells immortal in laboratory conditions. Now, here's where it gets personal for every one of us listening. In humans, our telomeres typically get shorter as we age, eventually triggering cellular aging and the decline we associate with getting older. The cumulative research over the past 20 years has made one thing crystal clear: telomere shortening contributes directly to our risk of cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, certain cancers, and diabetes, the very conditions that claim so many lives. Dr. Blackburn and her team conducted a groundbreaking study with mothers caring for chronically ill children. What they discovered was both sobering and empowering. The longer these mothers had been caregiving, regardless of their actual age, the shorter their telomeres became. Even more revealing, the more they perceived their situation as stressful, the lower their telomerase activity and the shorter their telomeres. This was the first solid evidence that life events and our response to them could literally change our DNA's protective mechanisms. But here's the hopeful news that makes this research so valuable. Studies inspired by Dr. Blackburn's work show that simple daily habits can protect and even lengthen our telomeres. First, stress management through practices like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can reduce chronic stress's harmful effects on our DNA. A University of California, Los Angeles study found that dementia caregivers who meditated just 12 minutes daily for 2 months showed improved telomere maintenance capacity. Second, regular moderate exercise, walking, cycling, swimming, helps maintain telomere length and overall cellular health. Third, a nutrient-rich diet filled with colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and omega-3 rich foods like salmon and walnuts provides the antioxidants that protect our DNA. Fourth, prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly allows our cells to repair and maintain themselves. And fifth, maintaining strong social connections and supportive relationships doesn't just boost mental health, it's directly linked to longer telomeres. As Dr. Blackburn herself noted, essentially what your mother told you, exercise, sleep well, have a good attitude, eat decent food, We just rediscovered all of these things again through rigorous science. Part 2. The Cellular Cleanup Crew. Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi's Autophagy discovery. Our second Nobel laureate takes us into an even more microscopic world, inside our individual cells. Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi's 2016 Nobel Prize recognized his discovery of autophagy, literally meaning self-eating, which is your body's sophisticated internal housekeeping system. Imagine your cells as busy factories running 24/7. Over time, these factories accumulate damaged machinery, broken down equipment, and cellular waste. Without a cleanup system, this junk would eventually shut down the entire operation. That's where autophagy comes in. It's like having a highly efficient recycling crew that identifies damaged components, breaks them down, and repurposes the materials for new construction. Dr. Ohsumi's brilliant experiment used yeast cells placed under starvation conditions. By genetically modifying their recycling centers so they couldn't completely break things down, he made the autophagy process visible under a microscope for the first time. What he discovered was revolutionary. Autophagy isn't random, it's precisely triggered by nutrient deprivation as a survival response. This process is absolutely essential for longevity because it prevents the buildup of cellular damage that contributes to aging, inflammation, and disease. When autophagy functions optimally, it keeps our cells young and resilient by constantly clearing out the molecular garbage that would otherwise accumulate over decades. So, how can you activate this powerful system in your own body? The research provides clear guidance. Intermittent fasting, particularly time-restricted eating patterns like 16-hour fasts, can begin pushing cells into autophagy territory by suppressing the mTOR pathway and activating AMPK pathways. For even deeper activation, longer fasts in the 24 to 48-hour range have shown substantial increases in autophagy markers in experimental settings. Regular exercise, especially moderate aerobic activity and endurance training, also induces autophagy in both muscles and brain tissue. Studies in mice have demonstrated increased autophagy with treadmill exercise, and emerging human data suggest exercise regulates autophagy in tissue-dependent ways. Even simple habits like avoiding constant snacking, thus giving your body longer rest periods between meals, can help sustain these cellular cleaning processes. By building fasting periods and movement practices into your routine, you're literally tapping into your cell's natural recycling system to support healthier aging. Part 3. The Protein Factories, Ribosome Research. Our final Nobel laureate brings us to perhaps the most fundamental level of cellular health. Dr. Venki Ramakrishnan's 2009 Nobel Prize in Chemistry recognized his groundbreaking work mapping the exact structure of ribosomes, the tiny protein-making factories inside every single cell in your body. Why should you care about these microscopic machines? Because ribosomes are responsible for producing every single protein your body needs. Proteins that build and repair tissues, fight infections, create hormones, and maintain virtually every biological function, keeping you alive and healthy. Dr. Ramakrishnan's research showed exactly how ribosomes work at the molecular level, giving scientists unprecedented insight into how our cells maintain health and function. When ribosomes work efficiently, your cells can produce the proteins they need to keep tissue strong, support immune function, and slow age-related decline. Think of it this way. Taking care of your ribosomes is like keeping the engine of your body running smoothly. When the engine runs well, everything else functions better. Research-backed recommendations, Dr. Ramakrishnan's research, combined with recent studies, offers valuable insights for supporting ribosomal health. First, moderate calorie restriction has been shown to reduce the metabolic burden of ribosome production, potentially extending both lifespan and health span. A study published in Nature Communications found that caloric restriction in mice resulted in lifespan extension directly proportional to the degree of restriction. Second, Regular physical activity, particularly resistance training, enhances protein synthesis efficiency and maintains muscle mass, crucial as we age. Research indicates that resistance training in older adults can stimulate ribosome biogenesis and improve muscle protein synthesis. Third, adequate sleep is absolutely essential, as it allows for cellular repair processes involving ribosomes. A Nature Neuroscience study found that sleep deprivation in older adults significantly impairs transcriptional changes associated with ribosomal activity, highlighting sleep's critical role in maintaining ribosome function. Fourth, nutrient-rich diets high in antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids support ribosomal function while reducing oxidative stress. Research published in Cell Metabolism suggests omega-3 fatty acids play a crucial role in promoting healthy energy metabolism and may slow aging processes. The Trinity concept. As one researcher beautifully summarized, this is the Trinity for health, something our grandparents told us. Eat moderately and healthily, get enough sleep, and exercise. Each affects the other two, creating a virtuous cycle. If you start with one, you're more likely to do the other two. This trinity, when practiced together, works better than any medicine on the market, has no side effects, and it's completely free. Finally, stress management techniques like mindfulness and meditation can mitigate chronic stress's negative impact on ribosomal activity. A review in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience discusses how chronic stress can lead to cellular metabolic disruption and DNA damage, directly affecting ribosome function. Part 4. Integration and practical implementation. Now that we've explored these 3 revolutionary discoveries, let's talk about how they work together and what this means for your daily life. The big picture. What's remarkable about the work of Drs. Blackburn, Ohsumi, and Ramakrishnan is how their discoveries interconnect. Healthy telomeres protect your genetic material, efficient autophagy keeps your cellular machinery clean and functional, and optimal ribosome function ensures your body can produce the proteins needed for repair and maintenance. These aren't separate systems competing for your attention, they're complementary mechanisms that, when supported together, create a powerful foundation for healthy longevity. Actionable integration strategy. Here's how to integrate these Nobel Prize-winning insights into a practical, sustainable lifestyle. Morning foundation. Start your day with a 12-minute meditation or deep breathing practice. This supports telomere maintenance through stress reduction while creating a mindful approach to eating that naturally supports intermittent fasting windows. Movement integration. Incorporate both moderate aerobic exercise and resistance training throughout your week. This activates autophagy, supports ribosome function, and maintains telomere length. Even a 30-minute walk daily provides significant benefits. Nutritional wisdom. Focus on a nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory diet rich in colorful vegetables, omega-3 fatty acids, and whole foods. Practice time-restricted eating, perhaps eating within an 8 to 10-hour window, to give your autophagy systems time to work. Sleep optimization. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly. Create a sleep environment and routine that supports deep restorative rest, allowing your ribosomes and other cellular repair mechanisms to function optimally. Social connection. Maintain strong, supportive relationships and community connections. The research clearly shows that social bonds directly impact telomere health and overall longevity. Success metrics. How will you know these practices are working? While you can't directly measure telomere length or autophagy activity at home, you can track meaningful indicators: improved energy levels, better sleep quality, enhanced mood stability, stronger immune function, and overall sense of vitality. Addressing common concerns. Some listeners might wonder, is this too good to be true? The beautiful thing about these approaches is their simplicity and scientific backing. We're not talking about complex protocols or expensive interventions. These are fundamental lifestyle practices that have been validated by Nobel Prize-winning research and thousands of subsequent studies. Others might ask, how long before I see results? While cellular changes begin immediately, noticeable improvements in energy and well-being often occur within weeks. The long-term benefits, the real longevity advantages, accrue over months and years of consistent practice.
Conclusion. As we wrap up today's journey through these incredible Nobel Prize-winning discoveries, I want to take a moment to thank you, yes, you personally, for investing in your health knowledge and for being the kind of person who seeks science-based approaches to living better and longer. The most profound insight from today's episode is this: longevity isn't about chasing miracle cures or expensive treatments. It's about supporting the remarkable microscopic machinery that keeps you alive every single day. By caring for your telomeres, activating your autophagy systems, and protecting your ribosomes, you're giving yourselves the best possible chance to thrive for decades to come. I want to leave you with a gentle challenge. Choose just one practice we discussed today and commit to it for the next 7 days. Maybe it's that 12-minute daily meditation, or establishing a 16-hour intermittent fasting window, or simply taking a 30-minute walk each day. Start small, be consistent, and watch how one positive change naturally leads to others. Before you go, please help us build a community of longevity-minded individuals. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It truly helps us reach more people with this life-changing information. Share this episode with someone you care about, because the gift of health knowledge is one of the most valuable things you can give. Leave us a comment about which Nobel discovery resonated most with you, or share your own experience with any of these practices. Your insights might inspire someone else to start their own longevity journey. Next week, we'll be diving deep into the latest research on sleep optimization and its impact on cellular health. You won't want to miss it, because the discoveries we'll share could revolutionize your nights and transform your days. Important medical disclaimer. Before we sign off, I must emphasize that while today's content is based on rigorous scientific research and Nobel Prize-winning discoveries, it is intended for educational and informational purposes only. This podcast does not replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with qualified healthcare professionals before making significant changes to your diet, exercise routine, or health practices, especially if you have existing medical conditions or are taking medications. Thank you once again for being part of our community of curious, health-conscious individuals committed to living their best, longest lives. Until next week, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep taking care of those remarkable cells that make your life possible. This has been Science of Longevity. I'm your host, wishing you health, happiness, and many vibrant years ahead.